With another week passing by, so has another deadlock night shift. We had some amazing matches this week, but the match I want to focus on specifically is the first round grand finals match in Europe between the number one team Abrahams and the number two team Leviathan. This round was an absolute steamroll by Abrahams, with Tass on Paradox hitting some crazy swaps and roams, Hoot on Lash hitting four-man death slams, and Dimov on Shiv exploding people out of the match, which led to the final scoreboard of the first round looking like this. There's an 80k soul difference, with the kills being 3 to 50. In this video, I'm going to explain and show you how Abrahams was able to completely demolish Leviathan, and it involves one easy concept that you can apply in your games. First, let's start with the draft. Leviathan get first pick and first ban, so they decide to ban Celeste and Great Talon. Celeste was banned every single round of the tournament because she's just that good, and they decided to ban Great Talon because they have no good way to get him out of the sky, as well as target banning Hoot, who is the best EU Great Talon. They draft Silver, Venator, Yamato, Warden, Holiday, and Page. You have a very strong front line with the Silver, Yamato, and Warden, and you have your main support being the Page, who provides stuns, damage, barriers, and healing with the ultimate. You have Holiday as your main initiation and lockdown with barrels and lasso, with your main carry being the Venator, who is able to play closer to the backline and do a lot of damage from further away with his ult, Aerodomini, while also being able to peel for the backline with his stuns and traps. Alternatively, Warden could be another carry, but he plays a lot further up with the front line because he needs to be in range of all his abilities like his ult, flask, and cage. Abrahams gets second pick and second ban, so they ban Abrams and Pocket. Abrams is a really strong frontliner, so they ban him to deny Leviathan the Abrams, and they ban Pocket because he's very good into the front line they drafted because of Affliction. Abrahams draft Shiv, Billy, Rem, Paradox, Lash, and Mirage. They have a really strong front line with the Shiv and Billy, both of them having crazy damage numbers and having insane survivability with Bloodletting and Blasted, along with Chain Gang providing them insane lockdown in teamfights, especially paired with the Lash. You have Rem as your main support, making this already tanky frontline even tankier with the amount of healing and resistance he provides. You have Paradox and Lash as your initiation, with Paradox Swap and Lash Death Slam, and your main carry being the Mirage. Once he gets items like Ricochet and Toxic Bullets, he is able to do so much damage and debuff the entire enemy team. The only issue is if Mirage get online, because he sucks at farming, which is the main weakness of the Abrahams draft. If you had to ask me which team has the stronger draft, I would say Abrahams. They have a stronger front line, and they have the best initiation in the game with the Paradox, as well as a really strong main carry, along with a lot of their abilities not needing to scale to get value. Paradox is always going to be able to swap, Billy is always going to pull people in with Chain Gang, Rem is always going to put people to sleep, and Shiv can always hit and execute. These abilities aren't reliant on your items or damage to get kills, but Leviathan is playing a very ability scaling heroes. So for this team to win, they need to get ahead and have a lot of souls. But then it becomes an issue of too many mouths to feed. Yamato, Silver, Venator, and Warden all need decent amounts of money to do what they are intended. So if you fall behind, it can be very hard to get ahead again. Now, let's start with the game. Leviathan decide to put Warden, Holiday left lane, Yamato, Page mid lane, and Silver, Warden right lane. Holiday and Warden are able to do a lot of poke damage with Barrel and Flask, as well as having good lockdown with Lasso and Cage. Yamato and Page is a really dominant lane. Page is able to support Yamato with her barriers and stuns, making it to where Yamato can trade with any other character in the game and effectively not take any damage because of barrier, as well as doing a lot of damage herself with Power Slash. The only lane that doesn't make sense to me is the Silver and Venator. Both have pretty weak lanes until they get their ultimates online. Silver has very slow wave clear and is very bad at securing souls and denying, and Venator can get pressured out of positions very easily. Abrahams decided to put Shiv Lash left lane, Paradox Mirage mid lane, and Rem Billy right lane. Shiv and Lash is a very good lane, same with Billy Rem. You could have swapped around the Lash and the Rem. It really depends on team preference. Both would have done very, very well. Lash is able to do damage with Flog, as well as being able to dive tower with the Shiv. And when Lash gets ult online, it's basically a free kill. Rem is able to heal Billy after taking damage trades, as well as giving them the buff troopers, making it so they can shove wave really, really hard. Especially because Silver and Venator don't have the power to kill Rem's buff troopers this early in the game. But the main star of the show is the mid lane. Paradox is basically free to move between every single lane in the game, giving all the solo farm to Mirage so he can get fed in the early game. And that's basically what happens the moment the boxes spawn. Paradox instantly starts moving around the map. At the 3-minute mark, we see a gank from the Paradox onto the left lane. Paradox hits a carbine, throws a grenade, and we see a dive from the Lash and Shiv, getting them a kill. Instantly, we see Paradox moving again, going straight towards a teleporter, getting boxes along the way. Red lane has been getting very pressured since the Billy has been at such low health. So she comes for a gank, forcing Venator and Silver to back up under their tower. Again, after that, she starts moving around, going for more boxes, trying to find another lane to gank. We see Mirage having a tough time in the solo mid lane, so Shiv comes in for a gank, forcing Yamato back. And again, guess who's there? It's the Paradox, just barely not getting the kill onto the Yamato, who is saved by the Page. With the 5-minute mark approaching, we see Paradox, Shiv, and Mirage instantly headed for both left and right buff, with Mirage getting the gun buff and Paradox getting the movement buff, which means even more ganking and rotations. We see Shiv back in the left lane. Paradox tries to go in and get a pick, but is not able to. Once Holiday and Warden back off again, she goes right for another rotation to the mid lane to help Mirage. But Paige and Yamato see it and respect it and back off. We finally see some action in the right lane with the Billy and Rem pushing the Silver while she's farming, giving them a pick, with a fight in the mid lane breaking out shortly after. We see a swap from the Paradox, which leads to a kill on the Yamato, secured by the Mirage, with Mirage and Paradox killing the Page shortly after. After the kill on the Page, we see Paradox move to the left lane, catching the Warden off guard with a lash ult coming in to secure the kill. We see Holiday trying to defend the tower. We see a classic carbine into swap with help from the lash, getting them another kill. Now comes the most important part of the early game. Sinners spawning at 8 minutes. Sinners are one of the most important early game objectives. They are easy to farm, and they give you 4 permanent buffs, and the net worth is split between the entire team. And instantly, we see both teams try and fight for the Sinners. Billy and Rem punish the Silver and Venator, farming their Sinners. We see a chain gang used to secure the kill on the Silver. In the mid lane, we see the same thing. Yamato tries to punish the Mirage for farming the Sinners, but they are able to isolate a kill on the Page, giving them another pick. And in the right lane, the same thing is happening. Holiday and Warden are farming the Sinners, and Lash is able to isolate a fight on the Holiday, giving them another pick. With all 3 of these fights happening at the exact same time. Back in the mid lane, Mirage is able to find a kill on the Yamato, just barely getting out. While he's teleporting back to spawn, Paradox swaps in the Warden, and Shiv comes in for the cleanup, giving them another kill. Abraham's is up 15k right now, only 10 minutes into the game. And the way you continue that lead is to steal the farm from the enemies and punish them for trying to take their own farm. And we see that with the Shiv and Paradox jumping the Page inside of their camp while she's farming, giving them another kill. While in the mid lane, we see an assassination attempt on Mirage, getting pulled in by the Holiday lasso, and it instantly gets flipped on them with help from Lash, giving a pick onto the Holiday, and just moments later, Lash, also Yamato, giving them another kill. We see Warden try to pick up the urn, but instantly starts getting chased by the Shiv and Paradox, and just as he's about to escape with the urn, he gets pulled right back in by the Paradox swap, giving Abrahams the kill and the comeback urn. Since the urn is a comeback, Abrahams are going to deny Leviathan the chance to even consider picking it up. They just hold it behind Guardian, and if you try and take it, they're going to kill you, which is exactly what happens to Yamato. And again, Paradox picks up the urn, brings it back, denying it again. Holiday tries to clear wave so they can try push up lane, but his carbine swaps and gets exploded by the Shiv. Yamato's back to defend, and we see Paige and Warden flanking, trying to punish Abrahams for overextending. However, it doesn't work, and they flip the fight, killing the Warden, who even drops a massive 900 bag for the Shiv, forcing the rest of the team to back off. Again, we see Paradox pick up the urn, again denying it from the Yamato. She tries to steal it, but everyone pulls up, exploding her. Abrahams know Leviathan need this comeback urn if they want a chance of coming back in the match, so it is their mission to keep this lane pushed and kill anyone who tries to grab the urn. Holiday clearly did not learn her lesson last time, and tries to clear the left wave, again getting swapped and exploded by the Shiv and Lash. Warden, seeing 3 people left side, tries to shove the right lane, but gets stopped by the Mirage, with the Billy then coming in for the kill. With left lane still being completely shoved, denying Leviathan from getting the urn. We see Lash try to make something happen, and make something happen he does. We see a massive ult getting 2, which leads to Shiv coming in and doing cleanup. We see a sleep from Rem as well, as he tries to save the Lash. However, he gets picked off by the Venator, giving them the first pick of the game. They try to jump the Rem, who is low health, but we see Billy swoop in last minute, killing the Holiday and saving Rem, with Warden barely escaping. After the fight is over, we see Paradox pick up the urn again, but this time it's for a different reason. Every 5 minutes, a new urn spawns on the opposite side of the map. However, if the urn is currently in possession, it won't swap to the other side. So Paradox holds onto the urn, forcing it to stay on their favorite side of the map. Abrahams has completely control of this left lane, and anyone who tries to take the urn from it, they will die. So they force the urn to stay on this side of the map, which means no comeback urn for Leviathan. While this is happening, we see a big push on the right lane for Yamato and the Holiday, but they are soon punished by the Billy, who gets the Yamato. While the left lane, we see a big swap from the Paradox onto the Warden, giving them another kill. We see Leviathan put 3 people onto the left lane. Paradox tries to pick up the urn, denying it again, but is lassoed and stunned, giving Leviathan their second pick of the game, along with possession of the urn. We see Lash try to stop the urn, but barely misses the slam on the Holiday. Billy then goes into their spawn to make them drop the urn, but is shortly forced to back off. With the urn delivery on the other side of the map, Abrahams uses this opportunity to push the left walker, with the Lash finding a huge ult on the Venator and Page, with Billy popping chain gang, securing both the kills and the walker. However, Leviathan turned the urn, bringing the soul difference down to only 20k. We see Rem pushing the mid lane, with the people on the left lane coming to help shortly after. Silver tries to defend, but gets killed by the Shiv. They get the walker, but Venator is able to get the third and final kill of the round on the Lash. However, Page is caught and killed soon after. Leviathan tried to use the fight mid lane to push the right lane, but it is quickly shut down by the Mirage and a Paradox, killing both Holiday and Yamato. A few minutes later, another fight breaks out, and it goes exactly how you expected. Abrahams completely stomps Leviathan, with 3 being dead. You see Abrahams go for mid boss. Yamato tries to contest, but is instantly shut down by a swap, silence, and is slammed by the Lash, giving all 3 rejuice to Abrahams. After they get the rejuice, they hear Silver farming doubles, so they jumper, giving them a pick. Holiday backdoors the left lane. She tries her hardest to escape, but is hunted down by the Shiv, giving them another kill. We then see Abrahams deliver Leviathan's comeback art, denying them it again, with the now lead being 40k. A little while later, Silver gets a little bit sloppy and gets picked off. And honestly, not a lot happens for this game. Abrahams gets Base Guardian and farmed every single camp on the map, delivered another urn, soon after getting another mid boss, which brings the lead to 60k. We then see the final base push come in, and it looks something like this. This match was an absolute domination, and shows exactly how you should play when you're ahead in souls. Your main goal when ahead is to completely overwhelm your opponents and deny them every single comeback resource available. I have a video coming out soon on drafts, and what makes a good draft and a bad draft, so subscribe if you want to see that. Go watch the rest of the tournament on the Deadlock Night Shift channel. Have a wonderful day.